today, Cresswell Crags, some prehistoric caves. Nice. I've stashed my stuff. I don't know who's going to find it. We've got everything in there. And I camp around here. It's water anyway. The last time I come up here, I was young Alfie. It was last winter, about the 29th of December. Yeah, 2 years ago. Alright then. Well, I'm not going to say when we were kids you could go into these places, but you could do all. You have to pay now to go in, and I think I am going to pay. Beautiful area. Leave it at that, time being. Well, for £6.50 you get a hunter-gatherer annual pass. We have a tour at caves. I'm going to try and get into this museum that lets me get into with price. No idea where I'm going to go. But there we are.
Camped at Cresswell repeatedly 14,000 years ago were dependent entirely on hunting those animals that lived in the Ice Age tundra and gathering the few plants that were available at the time. They had to be highly nomadic, mobile over large areas of the country. They probably were operating down as far as the south coast, over 250 kilometres away at certain times of the year. We know they weren't using Cresswell Crags all year round. Rather, they would be here at certain times of the year, perhaps in spring and autumn, to exploit the migrating reindeer and the best 40,000 years ago were dependent probably entirely on hunting of large dangerous animals for survival in the harsh climates of the Ice Age. We can tell from how they carry their stone tools around that they were mobile in the landscape, but probably not over distances of the sort we see with our own ancestors at 14,000 years ago. Neanderthals probably lived in very small groups and were highly mobile within very restricted territories. They probably weren't in Britain that much, and when they were essentially running around all over the place, hunting the animals upon which they depended for survival. In Britain and in Europe as a whole, the Neanderthals had become extinct by about 30,000 years ago, and this process may have begun 10,000 years before that in other areas of Europe. The question of why Neanderthals became extinct is debated to the present day by archaeologists. Certainly climatic change would have played a role. Neanderthals probably existed in very small population numbers and were probably very susceptible to changes in climate and environment. But one issue is whether our own species, Homo sapiens, played a role in that extinction. We do seem to have dispersed, spread across Europe around the time Neanderthals become extinct. So certainly some element of competition from Homo sapiens could well have tipped Neanderthals over the edge.
Well, I missed my tour, so I've got to hang around for an hour for another one. Cut next, and so in the meantime, tuna, tater, shandy. Well, there should have been an 2:30 tour, where I missed it. So I've got to hang around now till 4 o'clock. It's about 3:15 now. So I am struggling for a place to camp really, because like these footpaths are quite close together. So I'm going to have another walk around for a couple of minutes and not miss this last tour at night. So it's a lovely place. I'd say it's your woodland is all close together in between footpaths. That's looking your best bet. But other than that, because I want to camp a bit near Crags, well, I'll have to wait and see. I mean, I'll say after the tour.
So there are a few different theories as to how the gorge itself was formed, but the main one is that it was formed due to water erosion. Through down the middle by water by a stream, and that's also how the caves were formed, due to underwater rivers eroding the rock away. So if you can imagine if we described here,
Doing a tour of Robin Hood's cave. Here we go.
okay, so imagine that you're an Ice Age tribe, you've just arrived here. There's probably a bit more of you, because there should be about 30 people in the tribe. But bearing in mind the types of different animals which live in Britain at the time would be things like hyenas, gazelles and cats, they're pack animals. Also things like cave bears and cave lions, who all live in Britain. So they're all the types of animals.
It's good though, isn't it? Look at it.
Oh, this would have been new.
Oh, hello. Wow, look at this.
It's now. It's looking at me.
Okay, so it's quite nice and cozy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
It's nice
She
and
was
bright.
living here.
Moving in, rent's quite cheap, council tax is quite good. Nice place to move in, isn't it? Okay, so this main chamber important to them would be this. Anyone know what this is? Flint. It's flint. It's quite glassy, very dark, very black. Now flint grows inside chalk cliffs. So that's what it is on this side. This is chalk. But it's not something that we would find around here at Prehistoric. The closest place that we would find flint would probably be Lincolnshire, somewhere like that. But we know if we look at really thin sections of the flint that we found here, that it's actually come from Kent. So it's something that these people have carried up with them as they've been walking up through Britain following the different animals, okay? Now everything that they own, everything that they use, they are carrying just on their own back because there's no domestication of dogs yet or horses, so you have no animals to help you carry these things. So it's a little bit like a snail carrying its home on its back, okay? And I'm going to pass this around. It's quite heavy. You'd be alright with this, you two. It's quite heavy. So you're super strong though. Yeah, smooth. It's very nice, isn't it? Okay, so the types of tools that Neanderthals would have been making is they would have been making things like this. So this is a hand axe. So it's used just in the hand, just like this.
I might even have to catch down this.
Right, be very careful of it. I've got you on dog. Oh, look at this. Oh,
Even I have to catch down.
We're inside the ground.
we're inside.
You can see those neck.
You can have a rock bed tonight, have you?
Charlie. Okay, so down here, have you noticed it's quite cold down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why, part of the reason why we don't think that people would have come to live down here. We don't find anything down here that shows that people did live down here. And the other reason is it would be really, really dark down here. You wouldn't be able to see anything. But what we do know, things that live down here, are different animals. So anyone think of any animals that could live down here?
A bear?
A bear? Yep, we have cave bear.
No, but go picture that.
We tour Robin Hood's cave, £6.50. You only get in one cave. If you want to go in two caves, you have to pay £13. We're talking to a ranger, just getting a bit of information out on him, you know. If I do a camp either side of this gorge, this crag, the gamekeeper will be down on me. He will come. He's got alarms everywhere. Apparently this is a big pheasant area. I'm not into like setting up, making a fire, and I've got gamekeeper and his few of his friends like pounding down on you. So I'm going to have a quick wander around Cresswell and have a look for a bit of a woodline that's not got hundreds of pheasants in it. There is a lot of pheasants around here though, and you'll be alright with a bit of a gun around here or a blowpipe. In fact, there's somebody shooting now. Yeah. So I'll move on. In all honesty, it is best to come here in winter because you've got all your vegetation, and it's obstructing a lot of caves that you can see. There's one down there. I have got some photos on them from when I brought Alfie up in December, and he shot up a lot, Alfie has since then anyway. And so I'll put some of them photos on, incorporating them with this camp. And you can see them better on that side. On this side, you're not getting a good view of them at all. God, it's a beautiful day. Well, to tell you the truth, I am tempted just to camp round here in this gorge, but it means I don't be able to have a big fire. I bought some lamb, some pork steaks. I need a fire really to cook them. I bought exi burner. I've got a tin of beans and some bread, but it's not the same. Well, anyway, this is where I'd love to camp. I mean, I'd even chance it down there just with exi burner. I bought a different sleeping bag. I'll say more about that later. But it does look as though people go for a bit of it is a bit damp down there, and it does look as though people go for a bit of relieve themselves. But that is I mean, I'd love to camp in something like that. I might even do it yet. But caves all barred off. And you have to pay to go in them. That other cave, the church hall, another £6.50 to get in. Well, to tell you the truth, I just had to come down into this hole and see to see if it's worth camping in. It's not as damp as what it looks. There's a bit of litter, but it'd be an interesting night. I mean, I've got one of my lad's sleeping bags, -12 sleeping bag that he's lent me because he's got to send it off to be washed, and he knows that I do a bit of close fire camping. He don't like that, but I am thinking of buying a decent sleeping bag for winter. So I'm going to give this a go. He's also given me surplus to his sponsors of the associations it is. I've got 6 tarps, creature tarps, with poles, they're 2.5 kg. Not my style, nearly 3x3. If I did take one, I would just take the tarp and not the poles. But I'm going to give him, I haven't bought one tonight because I know I'm going to do a bit of walking. But this is looking promising. I mean, it's going to be dark in here. Exi burner there. I might even go and collect a bit of wood. I think once you're down here, once it's dark, you're not really going to be climbing up that. But yeah. I am going to have to be up pretty early because people are going to be visiting these caves. But that'll do me fine. A ground camp, prehistoric cave. So far so good. Well, I have had a walk around twice, just debating whether to stop in that cave hole. I am quite tempted to stop there. I have had a walk around in wood. I mean, I have stashed my stuff other end, and fair enough, I'm not going to even chance going up there. The wood is about 4 or 5 trees thick. If it's all game, keep it up. Well, you know, what's the point? If you're going to get caught, you might as well get caught in that cave hole. Then like a load of gamekeepers come in with their guns and attitude once you've tripped the wires. So, I mean, there's some woodridges around here, cracking shots. So I'm gasping for a drink. I never bought no water. It's all in my bag. I have bought some fire stick maker material, but I need a couple of sticks. So it might, instead of having a fire in there, I could have a fire stick in there, and it might look good. I mean, I can only get asked to leave. It's all good. Well, I'm not a gambling man, but it's going to be heads I stay, tails I head off back to Sherwood. Edge it is. I'll go and get my stuff. It's about half 6 now. It's about a mile to get my bag and about 3/4 of a mile back where I'm stopping. Right mate, how you doing? Listen to them pheasants. I am finding this place. It is above the cave I'm thinking of stopping at. I've just seen some kids come down from up here. And yeah, this is looking as good as ever. Wow. Wow. Wow, look at that. Yeah. I won't like to be here after a couple though. Pretty good. Glad I've seen them kids wandering about. This is plan B anyway. I mean, it's still early. I bet it's not 7:30 yet. There's one way in, which is that way, and I think it's just a kid's route up to the top of the hill, up to the cliff top. Really, you don't want to be going up there in dark, so I don't think you're going to get many folks coming up. But you know, I'll have to see. But this is plan B anyway. I think I might put this as plan A. Plenty of wood. I can get my steak and my little bit of belly lamb. Plenty of wood to get a little fire. If gamekeepers come, they come. I mean, sometimes you've got to take this chance, haven't you? I mean, so far, just that car burnt out, TP burnt out. So, I mean, but yeah, this place is crying out for a camp. And it is about 30 metres away from that cliff, from that cave hole. But no, I'll hang around here for a bit and see how the land lies. Well, I'm going with plan B. I'm thinking about it here. I am going to get a more peaceful camp here than if I stopped in that cave hole. Early morning, I would imagine, you know, you're going to get folks coming up to that cave, and oh, they're going to see you, aren't they? So, I mean, early morning, 9, half 9, I'll be gone. So, I mean, I think these places really, I think visitor centre, same as everywhere, don't open till 10 o'clock. So, you might get a bloke walking up here with his dog to the top of the hill, which I can't fault him. But tonight, I'm going to have a camp here. And when I've set up, I'm going to make my way back up to the top of the hill, on cliff top, and watch that 8th moon come over. And hopefully, now keep well away from edge. I mean, I know way up there now, and I know how far to go and you know how safe it can be, but I've got like 3 tins of red stripe, and I keep away from edge. So I'm going to get my stuff and have a camp at Cresswell Crags. Why not? Beautiful night. I've stashed it down side one of them egg brews near that river. We're a bit further up there, just past some houses. It's I'm not going to see much at sunset really. I'm going to get a camp together. I am going to do a two camp. I am going to have a brew in that cave hole. Look at that. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. Just coming on to Cresswell Crags now, so I'm hoping that nobody's going to be about. There must be a few. You've seen a couple walking down, must be a bit of a lover's walk. Right. And well, let's see what happens. Well, there's the cave system I'm stopping in. You go up by there, as you know. There is a kid already up on top of the hill, so I'm going to go up. I'm still going to go up. He might be doing the same as me, you never know. Well, there's the cave down there. I'm going to make my way up top of the hill. I word with this kid that's up there. There is a few obstacles in your way, like this. Bit of barbed wire. Right, catch you when I get to the top. That's where I'm thinking of camping tonight. Well, no, I'm not. A Polish couple up here when I got up here, that I seen from down there, and they didn't seem a bad kid. But as soon as I made them send a fag and up in the can of red stripe, they sort of like left pretty quick really. And but not bad kids. It's nice to see them coming out and seeing a bit of countryside while they're over here. Here I am on cliff face. I'm going to get my centre camp together in a bit. I mean, I'm not going to be walking any further away from there because like it's splat. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, it's getting dark. Fire sticks. Quick send a stick. That there is a sandbag. Wrap your sandbag tightly round your sandbag. Could be work clothes, it could be old blankets, it could be anything. Secure it with tie wire with some pliers at your survival tin. Everybody should need one. Eventually you put it together and you get this. You add a bit of white spirits, terps, paraffin, not petrol, not diesel. Petrol will burn you, diesel's too smoky. They will burn for a bit. In the meantime, if you're ever on a cliff face, get yourself a brew together. I've got to wet into wood a bit now. I'm being a bit silly here, like leaving it till it's too dark. But I've only got to get an hammock up. I've got to take this heavy bag back down this hill. But I know ways to do that. Just don't have it on your back. And that's it. Cresswell Crags. Prehistoric camp. Beautiful. Filming now because as you can see it's getting pretty dark. I haven't even got my camp up yet, so I'm going to have this drink. Oh, that is hot. And get a bit of a rush to get a campsite together. Cresswell Crags. Well, plan C is stop on cliff face. I'll up here a bit late, and I ain't going to make my way back into these woods. I don't know, not on a cliff face. There's too many shadows, so I'm stopping here. There's my table, survival thing, another fire stick, my pan, extra burner. I'm not even going to bother having a fire. Knife, some biscuits, coat, jumper, scarf. It's warm. Better not forget my can of red stripe there. It is quite warm. Got these fire sticks together. I forgot a torch. How is that mad? Forgot a torch, so I've had this fire stick thing working pretty well. And this is where I'm stopping. It's just under this under top. This sleeping bag here is what I borrowed off my son. You don't even know about it yet, it's still away. It's one of these minus 12 Arctic sleeping bags. I'm going to gear to go tonight on ground. It's very rare I sleep on ground. I'll show you more about it tomorrow. It's just under the top. I'm on cliff face using that as pillar, and I'm not moving from here, from this point on. I'm going to watch this moon come over. From this cliff face here. Well, this police helicopter here has been hovering for about 10 minutes. I know it's going to pick me out on this cliff face. This is not picking it up very well, but it's got a beam of light coming straight down on over Cresswell or wherever they're filming. It's like Terminator film. Well, it's about 20 past 12. I mean, this camera's not picking this up, but I can still see skyline there. No sign at moon, but a brilliant starry sky. You're not picking it up on here. I've got last of my fire stick going. Yeah, I'm not even going to do no food tonight. I'm going to have a good breakfast in the morning, dead early, watch the sun come up, and I'll be on my way pretty early really. And that's me done for tonight. It's 2:15 and I can just see the moon coming up now. You can't see it here, but reflection on the river. Morning. About 6 o'clock. I managed to get a couple of hours sleep. You can folks down in Gorge going through most at night. Police helicopters coming over most at night, waking you up. Which is a bit windy actually now, but quite a warm night, very warm night, absolutely brilliant sleeping bag. I'm not going to hang about this morning. I'm going to pack my stuff straight away. Oh, look at that. Pack my stuff up. Make a bit of breakfast. Head off home. But yeah. Oh yeah. It's all good. pack everything up and get some breakfast on. This is that sleeping bag I were on about that I borrowed off at Lad. I think it's a Rab Ascent 900. It's got all these things on it here. Under penalty of law, this tag must not be removed except by the consumer. United States. Insulation 80% duck down, 20% duck feather. It is quite warm. I don't think it really gave it a test last night because I mean it was quite a warm night. I didn't get a sleeping bag till late. I didn't really get a lot of sleep really. We got helicopters and that coming over. There's a few people come round and have a drink round in this gorge, mainly most at night. But it's the first time I've camped here. I'll definitely camp here again. Maybe not this spot, but pretty good camp. So I'm gonna clean up, breakfast on, be on my way. And here we are, streaky bacon and mushroom cheesy top cob for breakfast. A nice cup of hot cappuccino. I'm not even bothering with beans. Sound. Well, I'm going to finish my coffee and shoot off. It must be about 7 o'clock now. Car's about, I would say about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away. My coffee, my ginger nuts, and shoot off. Seven, so I think I'm going to get my stuff now. Shoot off. Oh, it's no good hanging about. You're going to get a lot of people coming now. It's been a good camp. Let's go. Well, that was plan B, just up there. And there was plan A down there. But what a good camp. I'm glad I camped there. I think if I'd have camped in that hole, we got people coming through night. I mean, you can hear them as plain as out. Sound really travels. And there were people coming through night, you know what I mean, having a drink round pond, watching moon reflection on that pond. Good camp, good camp. Glad I stopped on cliff. Well, I've got about 3/4 of a mile to walk to my car. I parked it up on an estate, Cresswell. I hope it's still there. But no, good camp. Prehistoric cave clifftop camp. Get off home now. Got a carpet to lay.